Thanks to 𝗬𝗲 for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in long exposure panorama photography, just like this one, this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about photography, and I make videos just like this one, where I share some tips about how to create long exposure panorama photography. So if you are here for the first time and you love photography like I do, it might be a good idea to subscribe. Before diving in today's video, I have some very exciting news that I'm going to share with you right now. Oh my goodness me, this is really cool, and I think you're going to love it. I have created 2 new photography guides, and although it might sound not too modest, I really think they're awesome. The first guide, Photography 101, is a comprehensive photography course where you will be able to learn everything you need to improve your photography skills. We will talk about exposure, histogram, metering, composition, literally everything you need to get started or to get better. But as you very well know, only part of the work is done with your camera. The rest happens at the desk. So my second guide, Lightroom 101, is dedicated to post-processing your images in Lightroom. And also in this guide, we will go through the complete processing workflow, from importing and organizing your images to developing and exporting them to any social media platform. But you might wonder, what is the point to have these new photography guides when we have YouTube? I think it's a fair question. And as much as I love YouTube, sometimes it can be frustrating to find the right video or to find the right piece of information within that video when you need it. My new photography guides are extremely convenient to use. As a matter of fact, you will have access to table of contents, to transcripts and videos anytime, anywhere. There are captions and translations in almost any language. 99% of the time will not be your last camera. So I strongly
à peine utiliser l'appareil photo et les objectifs sont.
But what is really special and incredible is how easy it is to search for the right information and get to it in seconds. Basically, you can just ask me what you want to know, and I'm going to tell you.
Color profile.
The right color profile. By default, I am launching these guides today. And since you are good people, and you are, because you are subscribed to my channel, for the first week, starting today, I'm offering a special discount on the bundle deal. And with less than $13, both guides can be yours forever. What do you think? Well, if you are interested, check out the link in the description below. Okay, back to the video now. Let's see how to take long exposure panoramic photos. You might remember that a couple of weeks ago I was in Cinque Terre, and the day that I took the video from Vernazza, I was super energetic and I thought to go to Manarola and make another video. And if you want to move around the Cinque Terre, the most effective way to do it is to use the train. As you could tell from the images, I was not the only one that had the idea to go to Manarola that afternoon. So my plan to record a video, to tape a video on location didn't work out very well. Too many people around me, so I had to wear a mask, and I don't think that record a video with a mask is a good idea. But at the same time, I still wanted to take an interesting photo of the beautiful village of Manarola. But clearly, I have a few challenges. Beside the people, we are in the middle of the afternoon, so there is a super bright light, which is not very flattering, is not the ideal light for people like us that love landscape or seascape photography. So I thought that a good option could have been to take a long exposure panoramic photo. I actually like to combine long exposure with panoramic technique, so let me show you a few examples. But something that I actually tried for the first time is to use the 20mm lens. With a wide-angle lens, everything looks a little smaller. So the people that were laying on the rocks were going to look less prominent in my image. And with 120 seconds exposure, I thought I was going to be able to smoothen the water and grab the attention of the viewer. So I thought that hopefully the figures that were sitting on the rocks were not going to be a big distraction. So in my vision, the deep blue smooth water and the colors of the houses of Manarola were going to be the key elements of this image. This is the key. This panoramic base is the key to take a good panoramic photo. I think I bought these on Amazon, maybe $30, maybe less, I don't remember. Nevertheless, this is the key, because once we level our tripod head, either through a leveling base or with a ball head, we can place this on top of the tripod head and we can rotate this as much as we want, but we will still be leveled. This will help Lightroom or any post-processing software to merge better your images. This is the technique that I use. I place my camera vertically on top of the panoramic base, and then I take a number of vertical shots overlapping each image by at least 30%. And once again, a proper overlapping will help the software to merge better all the images together. For this panoramic shot, I took 7 vertical images. But now let's move to Lightroom and see how to merge and edit a panoramic photo. Before that, if you're thinking to build a new website or to create a photography portfolio and maybe an e-commerce platform, let me tell you why 𝗬� is a very good option for you. First of all, 𝗬� is very simple to use. You don't need to know anything about coding or design, but thanks to the drag and drop editing tool and hundreds of templates, designing your website couldn't be any easier. I also noticed that with 𝗬�, both the website and the online store load really fast. This will guarantee a better experience to your visitors or customers, and this will also help your website to rank better in search engines. With 𝗬�, you can count on the support of real people 24/7, which is something that I appreciate a lot. Something else you might appreciate is that 𝗬� is also the most affordable option in the market. As a matter of fact, with 𝗬�'s limited time deal, you can build your website for less than $3 a month. And if you use this link or the code 𝗬𝗓𝗪, you can get 3 free months on any yearly plan. Not bad. Do you want to give it a try? Alright, here we are in Lightroom, and these are my 7 vertical shots. And from here, in the library panel, I can select them all, right-click, photo merge, panorama. Lightroom is going to create a panorama preview, and I have the option to select a different projection: the spherical, the cylindrical, and the perspective. My recommendation is to try them all and see what fits better your image. If I use the spherical, this will be the result. This will be the cylindrical, not too different. And for some reason, I can't merge these images with the perspective projection, so I will use actually the spherical. It will take a second. And here I have my final merged image. I think that the stitching worked well. At the same time, the horizon is not aligned, but we can fix that very easily. So let's move into the develop module. And the first thing I want to do here is to fix the horizon. Let me do it manually. Boom. Now, my idea using the 20 millimeters was to include actually these branches in order to create a little more interesting image. At the same time, because I used the 120 seconds exposure, I can see all these blurry leaves caused by the wind, and I don't really like it. So I will frame this image in a different way. So let's go to the crop overlay, and usually for my panoramic photos, I like the 3:1 aspect ratio. And now let's take care of the most important part, which is to properly frame this image. I want to have the entire village in my image. I'm using the rule of third, so I am aligning the horizon with the upper third part of the image. At the same time, I will need to crop the right side because of course we don't want to have the rail into the image. And yes, you will see that there are some branches left over on the upper part of the photo, but we will take care of this later. So this is my final frame. What I am going to do right now is to get rid of those branches in Photoshop. All right, Photoshop finally opened. Command J to create a new layer, and then I will select the lasso tool in order to select these branches, just like so, and through the content aware fill, I should be able to get rid of them. Command D to deselect the area. As you can see, Photoshop did a great job and I have no branches anymore. And as you can see, magically, the panel is now back in Lightroom as a TIFF file, and from here I can click D to open the develop module and start my usual editing process. And this is my final result. You can see that the people in the images are, of course, still there, but not as prominent as they were. So considering the conditions and the circumstances, I'm satisfied with this shot. Sometimes, most of the times, the conditions are not ideal. It is not that we take our backpack and tripods and we go back home. We need to try to find an idea, a way to make it work. And long exposure panoramic images could be another weapon to use when the conditions are particularly tough. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new, and I really hope that you will check out my new photography guides. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Share this video with your best friends. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.